trigger. It's George. Anything for you, George. I knew you hadn't left me, George. George, can I have some tea? Oh, that was quick. He was demanding, controlling, irritating, angry, messy, so bloody messy. Always expecting me to be one step behind to clean up his leftovers. But there were the odd occasions when he was kind. But it would always go back to how it was before, and always so much worse. I snapped. I got myself an interview at a local laundrette. Nothing fancy, just a couple of hours a week. But the freedom I'd get, the sense of belonging that Edward had never been able to give me. He has made me feel like a prop in my own home. How dare he? I got mad. Really mad. It was just another thing he had taken for granted. Another thing he didn't give a second thought to. Another thing I had to deal with because he couldn't be bothered. I knew I wanted to hurt him, punish him, but I got scared. What would I do if I had? I'd have nothing, and my mother. I couldn't. I just couldn't.
I did love Josephine. No. Josie. I didn't deliberately cheat her wrong. It's just I didn't know how to. Martha didn't interfere, and nor did anybody else. It couldn't have been her.
I came to this neighbourhood a woman on my own. I was strong, and I was independent, and I was there earning my own living in a house of my own, without any man by my side, and I didn't want it. So when I saw Josie, she was so unhappy, and I wanted to help her. I wanted to show her that she could be independent, even if he was there. She kept telling me how he only ever wanted her to be a personal maid, running after him like he was a child. But then I met him, and then suddenly, everything that she said about him, it just didn't make any sense. And suddenly, I knew what I was willing to sacrifice my freedom for.
She was...
But that, I couldn't do that.
She was evil, selfish, ridiculous. How Josephine's best friend could do that. Still, she is lonely. All she needs is maybe a hand to hold. Still.
George. George, where are you? Why? Sorry, wait. George, where are you? I can't do it now. Why are you here to hold my hand? Edward said you were gone. Told so many lies. I've knitted you a scarf, George. For when you go out and when it's cold. Don't worry. I'll look after our Josephine. Little baby Josephine. Our girl. Make sure nobody hurts her, especially Edward. I see him. That vile woman next door. I see them all. All their lies. All their games. They think that I'm going crazy. But I'm not, George. I know the truth, George. Did what you asked of me, George.
trust this woman. She may shut herself up in her room all day, but she still cares for Josephine and I. Sorry, Josie and I. I should now say trusted. She's now made her daughter live through her torment in Lizzie's lifestyle. But will she manage? I'm sure she will. My Josie.